Velocity max 40 knots, max 50 knots ahead when fuel pump on.
Okay, the fuel pump is here. That can go on. You'll hear it wind up in the aircraft.
For a minimum of 30 seconds, clock start.
Yeah, so start the clock. Top right hand corner of the clock is a little knob. You'll find in the aircraft you press to start and stop, and you swing it to reset it to 0.
Fuel pressure rising. Does that say start call?
Yeah, so it's an amendment to the cars. Just to remind you to ask to start before you start it, yeah.
Right, okay.
So fuel pressure is rising. Fuel pressure is here, on there. Make sure it comes into rising off 0.
Immediate area clear.
Okay, did we get to the start call? So there's an acronym for learning this. Have you been told about it on ground school? WAM fish, wind, ATC. Make sure you've told them that you're starting and you've got that whole thing on your kneeboard to tell them exactly what you want to do, which is the green writing. Fuel, put the fuel booster pump on for at least 30 seconds. Check the immediate area is clear. Check your security, harness is locked and tight. What do we get to? Harnesses, yeah. That's it. And then you can go through the rest of it.
Okay,
Immediate areas and strobes, sorry, strobes, yeah. So the strobes on this, that was already in. The strobes on this aircraft are slightly confusing, in that it says as required a lot on there. So just take note of what as required means. Those cards wind me up when you're trying to learn checks, it says that. So you've got lower strobe, upper strobe, and then the two lights in the middle which change those relevant ones from red to white. That makes sense? Okay, so for the start, you're going to put the upper strobe on, and they're going to be on red. When you press these two buttons in, that will make them white. Okay, but you don't do that until takeoff. So upper strobe's red.
Okay, harness is locked and tight.
Yeah, so make sure your harness is locked and tight using the reel.
Throttle confirmed closed.
So your throttle is closed.
Starter slide, engage, volts greater than 15 volts.
Okay, so now it's going to get a little bit more rushed. Before we press the starter slide, we're going to give the start brief, and we're going to tell the marshal who's out the front that we're going to start. Okay, so the red strobe indicates to him that we're about to start. We also give the start signal, and he will have a look around the aircraft, make sure no one's taxiing in or out that's going to destroy the aircraft while you're starting it, and he'll give you a thumbs up and give you the signal. That's that. We also give the start brief, which you've probably seen written down somewhere, which is I'm going to press the start slide if the voltage drops below 15 volts. I'll abort the start. If there's a rapid rise in temperature through 300 or 600 degrees, again I'll shut down using thumb down, throttle down. Or if there's a pause of more than 6 seconds between the first, between 0 and the first burn, first and second burn, again I'll shut down using thumb down, throttle down, or something to those effect. Happy? Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we're going to go through. Just read out the next few at the same time, and we'll then do it.
15 volts, NG rising, throttle at 10% NG, open start position, white dot.
Okay, so I'm going to select the slider. You'll hear the aircraft wind up. If it doesn't do it, then it's probably that micro switch down there that hasn't been made. Once you've done that, you'll see the NG rise. Look at, make sure it gets to 10%, and when you get to 10%, you can go to the white dot, which isn't fitted on these. It's effectively where someone's chiseled off the back. It is a very ad hoc mark that gives you sort of around about the right throttle position. Okay, and then carry on, and we'll do that.
Okay, T4 monitor, use throttle to control. Rotors turning by 20% NG. Start slide, release 40 to 45% NG, max a minute. Oil pressure rising. Throttle open slowly to flight using a max of 35% torque.
Cool. Okay, so if you want to watch in then, so I'm going to press the yellow slider. You can see it winding up. Check the voltage, we're at about 16 volts. There we get to 10% NG. I'm going to go to the white dot. Look in, you see the first burn, and then a very slow second burn. There's the second burn. We're holding it between 500 and 600 degrees C, and that's about good. You can see there the NR's rising. Obviously, you'd see the aircraft blades rotating in the real case. Go up to 40% so we can release it. Now everything winds up. Now I'm going to use up to 30% torque. This is where it's actually quite realistically aircraft. There's sort of lots of little detents, so you just need to force it little by little to get the torque to rise. And all this time you're looking out the front to make sure the marshal hasn't signalled there's a fire start or there's a fire. You'll notice in the PTT that jumps to 40. You shouldn't do that in the real aircraft, so if you open it slowly it'll be fine. And then you're holding about 30% torque until you get into the green range of NR. get there, it'll go into the governed range. The percentage torque will drop, and you can keep opening the throttle until flight. And there you are, aircraft started. Carry on.
Gen caption out by 50% NG.
Yeah, so during all of this, although I'm prattling on to you about other stuff happening, there's all these things to consider. So it happens quite quickly. You get to 40%, release the slider, check at 50%, the gen caption's out. Carry on.
Engine oil P caption out by 70% NG.
That one as well.
Main gearbox P caption out by 200 NR typically.
Yep.
Hydraulics horn captions change over by 200 NR.
Yep.
Horn caption out again by 250 NR. Horn caption on again at 360 NR. NR 380 plus or minus 5 NR.
That's it. So you've got to talk about all those things whilst you're trying to start it, alright? Practice makes perfect. Go through those in your head. And remember where you're looking, because your eyes are going to be darting around all the time when you're doing this start, okay? So it's good. That's why we've got the seatbelt.
Okay, yeah. After starting, CWP relevant captions clear.
Okay, so check the CWP. We've got 3 captions there. If you've got the ground power plugged in for the first one of the day, you'll have 5 captions, including the generator and the battery.
Engine instruments, normal indications.
So this is a cursory glance down the engine instruments to make sure they're all looking within limits. And then we clear the marshaller in, so we give him a thumbs up, and he comes into the disc. When he comes into the disc, obviously you keep your hands on the controls at all times, but keep your eye on him. There's a big thing recently where people have been just looking inside whilst he's been walking in, potential to chop his head off sort of thing. So keep your eye on him until he's within the disc, and then you can go eyes in and do other stuff. Okay?
External power disconnect.
Okay, so he's going to give you the disconnect if you've got the external power on.
Avionics as required.
Okay, so we're now going to go through the avionics. What's in the